Jack Thunder and the Snotty Snail. Written and illustrated by S.M. Girard. Deep in the land of Alterus, there lies the Emerald Woodland. This forest is home to many magical creatures, great and small. Snotter Snail lived in the darkest, smelliest part of the Emerald Woodland. Here, mushrooms grow in abundance and the soil is always damp. It was the perfect home for someone like her. But she had a bit of a problem. You see, Snotter got her name from a nasty habit of hers. Whenever she got upset, she would shoot sticky gobs of slime out of her mouth. Because of this, Snotter didn't have many friends. In fact, the only friends she had were the mushrooms in her garden that she spent her days tending to. And that was the way she liked it. One summer's night, a monstrous storm swept over the Emerald Woodland. Lightning flashed, and the wind howled. When morning arrived, the storm had passed. It had caused some damage, however. Take Snotter's mushroom garden, for instance. Many of the mushrooms had torn caps, and some were even broken in half by the fallen branches. So you can imagine how mad she was when she saw what had happened to it. She was so mad, in fact, that she covered her house with her slime. She had just about finished when she heard a voice from behind her. Yikes! What are you doing to your house? You're not supposed to paint it that way! Snotter froze. Was someone trying to play games? All of a sudden, a tree branch snapped, and someone came tumbling out of the tree with a surprised yelp. Snotter quickly ran over to see if he was all right. She didn't expect to find a rather grumpy storm gremlin brushing himself off from the fall. He stood up and repeated his question. What were you doing to your house there? Snotter glared back at him. You should know. You're the one who ruined my garden last night. He looked shocked. What? Not me. I just got here. How do you explain this, then? Snotter gestured to a ruined garden. He looked at it real hard. From the looks of it, you drenched your own house and garden in slime. Splat! The storm gremlin barely managed to get out of the way of a ball of slime Snotter hurled at him. Before he could say anything, Snotter went back inside her house, slamming the door behind her. The storm gremlin frowned. Yeesh, I know I have a bad attitude sometimes, but that was just uncalled for. He stared at the ruined wall and garden for a long time, unsure what to do next. Then he got an idea. Just then, Snotter heard the sound of raindrops pattering against her house. Once again she fumed. This storm gremlin had some nerve. She just about burst out the door, ready to give him a piece of her mind. But what she saw next stopped her right in her tracks. The storm gremlin was sitting atop a magical rain cloud, and he was using it to clean and repair Snotter's garden. He shrugged. Figured this would help. Healing rain works wonders for most things. He continued. Tempest Island passed by here last night. It's still not too far away. I just came down here to have some lunch, but it looks like the storm did a lot more damage than I thought. He looked at the forest before him. This is gonna take a while to fix. I know a few spells that might help, Snotter offered. And so, the two spent the afternoon cleaning up the forest. The storm gremlin used his cloud to wash the slime off of everything, while Snotter used her magic to heal the plants that had been damaged in the storm. Before they knew it, the forest was as good as new. Now Snotter was starting to regret her attitude towards the storm gremlin. He might have been rude, but he wasn't mean. So, she stammered. I guess I misjudged you. She couldn't even look him in the eye as he turned to look at her. He smiled back at her. Hey, you're not so bad yourself. By the way, what's your name? Snotter. They call me Snotter, the snail blurted out as she stared at the ground. Bet you can already guess why. But the storm gremlin didn't share in her embarrassment. Hey, that's cool. My name's Jack Thunder. I bet you can guess why that is. Snotter couldn't help but smile. Jack Thunder was such a good sport. As he hopped back on his cloud and flew away, she waved goodbye. As Jack Thunder rode higher and higher into the distance, Snotter caught sight of Tempest Island, dark and stormy but framed by a rainbow. She didn't know where it would go next or when her friend would be back, but she knew that someday they would meet again. The end. Hi there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like more from our friend Jack Thunder, you can check out my new book series, Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, on Amazon using the link in the description. Or you can head on over to my Teespring and grab a few things from my shop. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content every week. Thank you for watching.